Okay, I'm back a little bit late for the 305A. It's just gone off. We'll join the commentary shortly. And a quick scan through the market to make sure it's still the same as the early read. Yeah, I think it is. Well above par, still the strongest each way of these on the book. So let's see how it runs.
Move towards the second, and that's the first fence, the plain one. Pookie Pekin well above par. Teotl reaching for it, that's the grey. Hills of Dubai, Ryan Inverness and the Fiddler's Bow are chasing the leaders as they make the run to the first of the ditches, and the Pookie Pekin is in front. Over they go with well above par and Teotl together. And then in the pink sleeves the outside, that's Fiddler's Bow. Ryan Inverness chases the leaders in the green and yellow jacket. Then Angus Milan, they take another plain fence. Leskin Fear is off the pace in front of Bull's Head, and Calavini, who's looking to complete a hat-trick of wins today, has already had one or two reminders going over the fence at the end of the back straight. A plain one, stringing out a little bit, and it is Pookie Pekin the leader. Pookie Pekin in front by about a length to well above par, who sits along the inside running rail. Teotl is a close third. Teotl has been off the track for some time. Fiddler's Bow, a course winners in behind them. A dual course winners, Hills of Dubai, who goes the shortest way. Ryan Inverness and Angus Milan are following as they make this run now to fence 6 of the 18. And the leading bunch are a few lengths ahead of Bull's Head, Leskin Fear and Calavini. So they're jumping the first in the straight now, well above par the inside of Pookie Pekin, heading now towards the second fence on this section of the track. Well above par just in front of Pookie Pekin, and then Fiddler's Bow, Teotl, Angus Milan attempted to take closer order as they take the ditch. Fiddler's Bow there just really reaching for the open ditch up along the outside. Leskin Fear made a mistake, running now to the final fence on this circuit, and as they come to it, well above par Pookie Pekin, those two, and well above par, a bit chancy, so right in front of the stands. There's still a circuit to go. Well above par and Pookie Pekin, those two together. A gap then of 2.5 lengths to Teotl and Fiddler's Bow. And Angus Milan, Hills of Dubai, Ryan Inverness, and the last wave are Leskin Fear, Calavini and Bull's Head. So on to their second circuit, going towards fence number 10, and they're fairly well bunched now, and it is Pookie Pekin is back in front of well above par. Those two are followed closely by Teotl and Fiddler's Bow. Then Ryan Inverness, Angus Milan. Hills of Dubai is quite a few spots off the pace, and then up along the inside is Bull's Head as they go into the back straight. Calavini's alongside Bull's Head, and so too is Leskin Fear. About 8 to 10 lengths top to tail. First fence down the back about to be jumped, and Pookie Pekin is the leader from well above par as they approach it. Teotl and Fiddler's Bow, and not such a good jump there from Pookie Pekin. Not such a good jump either from Hills of Dubai, who now finds himself disputing last place with Leskin Fear. Going towards the second fence over on the far side, Pookie Pekin well above par over and in front. The back markers both made mistakes, Leskin Fear and Hills of Dubai, and they're now heading towards the open ditch. Halfway down the far side they go, and it is Pookie Pekin well above par coming towards the ditch. Fiddler's Bow next. Hills of Dubai has called it a day, pulled up at the open ditch. Two more to jump over on the far side. Here's the grey, Teotl wants a slice of the action as well. Pookie Pekin, Teotl well above par. Fiddler's Bow widest of all. Angus Milan orange jacket behind them, then Ryan Inverness followed by Calavini and Bull's Head, and they're clear Leskin Fear. One more to jump down the far side, and Fiddler's Bow has jumped to the front. Goes on by about a length to Pookie Pekin, then Teotl well above par now being squeezed along to the inside running rail. Front four chased by Angus Milan, then Ryan Inverness. Calavini has made heavy weather of this afternoon, but is passing horses. well, it's past 1 or 2. Bull's Head is one of those that Calavini's passed. Leskinfield looks to be pulling up, turning into the straight. 4 fences to jump. Fiddler's Bow in front by about 2 lengths. 2, Yui Teotl, Angus Milan on the move. Then Pookie Peak and Orion Inverness well above par, and Calavini is progressing. Coming now towards the 4th last fence. Mistake there from Angus Milan. Looking back, Bull's Head has been pulled up. 3 to jump. Fiddler's Bow's the one to catch. Fiddler's Bow from Angus Milan, Yui Teotl, Pookie Peak and Calavini. Coming towards the ditch second last. Fiddler's Bow over it in front by a good couple of lengths to Angus Milan. Angus Milan at the moment the only one going with Fiddler's Bow. There's a gap of about 6 lengths to Ryan Inverness, Pookie Peak and Yui Teotl. Now Calavini making a little impression over the final fence. Fiddler's Bow up and over safely, and on the run in it's Fiddler's Bow by 2 lengths. Angus Milan still staying on for pressure, but Fiddler's Bow will win at the track again. Fiddler's Bow the winner. Angus Milan second. Calavini rushes home to take third. Then Orion Inverness and Pookie Peakin.
Fiddler's Bow, winner at Ayr last time out, up in trip.
So that's Fiddler's Bow on the win bet, and the reverse gamble got close there, which was of course Angus Milan. Decent price, 14 to 1. Didn't quite get there, but it's typical handicap, non-runner race, and because of the non-runner and the book adjustment, gives the bookmakers to let's say adjust the book to their advantage. I call it fiddling the book, but let's be nice about this. The bookmakers are our friend after all. They are the ones that are allowing us to gain a massive advantage over any other kind of system, method, or rival tipsters. I can't really say that there's any rivals because there isn't any. Steady away today though. Let's go and do the 3:15 because we're 2 minutes away. Got caught up in listening to that race instead of doing the math on the next one. 3:15 at Thills. I don't know who's riding Surf Instructor. Maybe they'll tell us on the Will radio, but I'll just have to go ahead until I do know. 3:15 Thurls. They tend to go off right bang on time as well in Ireland, so I'll just rush through this one. It's a no bet handicap race, so the RG reverse gamble is also the fix, and that's Lil Shane. No surprise if that takes this one. Like I say, I don't know who's on Surf Instructor, but it does have a strong each way signal. And so does Teacher's Pet. Strong each way. Double Portrait is a gold each way gamble, therefore that makes the reverse gamble very exciting indeed, because a reverse gamble is a market opposite to a gold gamble. So that one's done. You see how quick I can read a race. No spending hours and hours on one race, going through form, this, that and the other, taking all your life away. It's just a nice simple read beforehand, although it did take kind of 23 years to get to this point. A lot of work has gone into this market reader, which is going to be automated eventually, make no doubt about that. So see how this race pans out.
because they are lining up to start. But Little Shane has got his back to them. He's having none of this.
Yeah.
Roaring Bull 3-1 resumes outright favouritism. 7-2 Teacher's Pet Surf Instructor. Also 7-2. 4-1 Double Portrait. Laid Back Luke 5-1. 14's Little Shane 25-1. Sanibel Island. So runners are coming down towards the starter, except Little Shane, who's a long way away from them. Now making their way to rejoin the group. You've heard the selections of our pundits, and they're going towards the tapes. And he's let them go. Let's join them.
All start as they make the downhill run to the first fence. A total of 11 to jump, and it's Laid Back Luke on the left, Teacher's Pet, Whitecap in the centre with Roaring Bull. Stand sign is Surf Instructor, not much between this quartet, with Lil Shane followed then by stable companions Double Portrait and Sanibel Island. As Laid Back Luke and Surf Instructor, they press on a couple of lengths in front of Teacher's Pet with Roaring Bull, and Lil Shane alongside, being followed by Double Portrait and Sanibel Island. And a white cap brings up the rear. Two circuits in front of them, and they watch racing TV with Free Trial Now. Handicap Chase over the extended 2.5, and Lil Shane is up to old tricks and has refused to head out on this circuit, the first of two circuits, as Laid Back Luke shows a length and a half in front of Surf Instructor and Teacher's Pet. Roaring Bull is then being followed by Double Portrait and Sanibel Island as they jump the first of the fences up the far side of the track. Laid Back Luke, Robbie Colgan in front of Surf Instructor and Hugh Morgan, who's picked up a spare. And then Teacher's Pet, Luke Dempsey, and jumping up in between horses, Double Portrait and Danny Mullins. And to their outside is Roaring Bull and Jack Kennedy, back marker Sanibel Island and JJ Slevin. At the fourth, at the highest point of the track, and it's Surf Instructor. Joining issue with Laid Back Luke, a length in front of the next pair, Teacher's Pet and Double Portrait, then Roaring Bull, and finally Sanibel Island. Again, missing out the fence across the top of the course is Laid Back Luke, is back a length or so in front of Surf Instructor, then Roaring Bull, who's on the outside of both Double Portrait and Teacher's Pet. And this quintet have opened up a break of 5-6 lengths over the back marker Sanibel Island as they return to their point of departure, and the two fences in the straight coming up. They have another 7 left to jump, and it's Laid Back Luke followed by Surf Instructor in the white and black colours, then Roaring Bull and Teacher's Pet away to the left, and then in between horses Double Portrait and Sanibel Island just being ridden along at the back of the field. As they come now to the fence, that'll be the last one next time, and the Watch Racing TV with Free Trial Now handicap chase. Laid Back Luke leads a tightly grouped field to the fence. That'll be the final fence next time. Surf Instructor second. Then Teacher's Pet. Roaring Bull gets a reminder, gets another reminder, and in between horses Double Portrait and then Sanibel Island. Racing out on their second and final circuit, with 5 more fences left to jump as they're past the halfway stage. Laid Back Luke by 3 parts of a length to Surf Instructor. Another 3 parts of a length back to Roaring Bull on the outside of Teacher's Pet. And then the stable companions Double Portrait and Sanibel Island trying to catch up and rear. Racing up the far side with 5 to jump. Laid Back Luke, Roaring Bull on the outside of Surf Instructor, who's banged there in between horses. Then Teacher's Pet, Double Portrait and Sanibel Island. As they reach the first of the 3 fences up the far side, they've got a little over a mile to go. Laid Back Luke up there with Surf Instructor throughout. Roaring Bull is taking a keen interest on the outside. Then Teacher's Pet, followed by Double Portrait and Sanibel Island. Last ditch, 4 from the finish. A Surf Instructor and Roaring Bull on the outside. They've gone past Laid Back Luke and Teacher's Pet. Double Portrait and Sanibel Island as they race to 3 fences from the finish. Nothing between Roaring Bull on the outside, who got in close. Surf Instructor emerged with a half a length to spare over Roaring Bull, and then Laid Back Luke, Teacher's Pet. Double Portrait the outside, and then Sanibel Island as they race on to their final half mile. They've a good run to the second last, and it's Roaring Bull, Jack Kennedy on the outside with a very small advantage over Surf Instructor and Hugh Morgan. Just behind them in third place is Double Portrait and Danny Mullins. Teacher's Pet is pushed along by Luke Dempsey. From the back of the field, Sanibel Island is staying on for J.J. Slevin, and the long-time leader, Laid Back Luke, and Robbie Colgan have given best as they turn in for the final two fences, and it's Double Portrait on the outside who's come up to pick it up from Roaring Bull. On the far side is Surf Instructor, and then comes Teacher's Pet. A faller was Sanibel Island, racing down to the final fence, and it's Double Portrait on the near side of Surf Instructor, both up J.J. Slevin and his partner, one fence to jump. And the Watch Racing TV with Free Trial now handicap chase, and it's Double Portrait and Surf Instructor, and Double Portrait is beginning to gain the upper hand. 150 yards to go. Teacher's Pet is running on the outside of Surf Instructor, up towards the finish. Double Portrait is running on empty. Teacher's Pet closing with every stride, but on the far side, Double Portrait has just lasted home from Teacher's Pet, Surf Instructor, and they're a long way clear from Roaring Bull.
Double Portrait holding on for the win there. Third in the 3:15 in the hands of.
So that's another gamble landed there with Double Portrait. Reverse gamble maybe fell or went on that one because I didn't hear it being called at all. So we'll have a look at the Exeter race, 3:22 off at 3:25. Galtaris for a strong win and fix. Novice Chase, non-handicap. It's a no-bet race. Samuel Jackson for a strong each way. Golden Sunrise for a strong each way. These could be just book adjustments, by the way, in a no-bet race. That's why we take caution. G reverse gamble is Gorilak, and that's the race red.
The respect maybe that he should command. So maybe in the first time cheap pieces I'm going to take a stab each way at Samuel Jackson.
Richard Mitford Slay. Can't say it's a trainer I'm overly familiar with.
No, I think he's a point-to-point and permit holder down in Somerset. Norton Fitzwarren in Somerset, but he wouldn't have a huge number of horses, probably only a handful.
Just quickly, John's got in touch asking any encouragement for my selection. Exeter 3:25, Equus Secretus, son of Brian Baru, whose offspring. Bird Baru ran a very creditable race in the 250. Trip and going looked to be ideal today.
Yeah, they do. I think the step up to 3 miles will definitely help him. He's been set a couple of stiff targets the last few runs, certainly on Chase Debut, who was over 2.5 miles at Ludlow. This step up to 3 will definitely suit him. I just have a slight worry about him going right-handed. He can lug a little bit left-handed, but he is another one. I mean, this is a really fascinating edition of this novice chase. Actually, it's it's drawn some horses that I think will win races over fences, certainly.
They're off and racing. Let's go and join them for this one.
They race away. They have 18 fences to jump this time. Running down to the first of those. There are 6 of them who want the lead by the looks of things. Coming to fence number 1 then. And down is Yaltari. Number 2, Yaltari, the favourite, has gone at fence number 1. The others come to the first of the open ditches. King of Realms and Samuel Jackson with the leading pair there at number 2. Equus Secretus is right in behind them, and then comes Just Your Type in the striped jacket, who's wide on the course. Uriak, first of the greys, nodded on landing at that, and then Golden Sunrise with the yellow sleeves showing in 6th position as they make the bottom turn. And Sustainable Star, the long priced outsider here, is the back marker as they make their way round the bottom turn for the first time on towards the 4 plain fences down the home straight. King of Realms, Robert Dunn in the red and black jacket, yellow and green cap is the leader. Shows in front by very narrow margin. Equus Secretus, David Bass in red, white and blue colours, is almost alongside as they move on towards the 4th fence, the first of 4 in the home straight. Behind those, the cheek piece is on Samuel Jackson, Micheal Nolan, a combination of black and pink colours. Extreme right is Just Your Type, striped colours, black and green, red cap, Johnny Burke, and then Uriak, Tom Scudamore in 2 shades of blue on the first of the greys. Just in front of him there was Golden Sunrise, yellow sleeve jacket for Harry Cobden as they move down to fence number 6. And the back marker there, Sustainable Star, Richie McLernan in maroon and yellow colours. So those 7 that remain here are separated by about 10 lengths first to last as Equus Secretus with the white blaze on his face jumps well and moves through to the lead as they come to the winning post then. 1 circuit remaining in this Reed Adam Kirby's exclusive blog at starsports.co.uk, Novices Chase. The favourite Yaltari having come out of the race at fence number 1. And Equus Secretus and David Bass lead to 8 now, which is the water. Lead to King of Realms, jumped past him a fence or so ago. Samuel Jackson and Just Your Type, 3rd and 4th places as they pop over this, and then jumping through now in behind those Golden Sunrise with the yellow sleeves has moved ahead of Uriak as they move to number 9. Sustainable Star continues to be the back marker, and they'll make their way now to number 10, which is the second of 3 ditches in the race. So the red, white and blue, Equus Secretus leading. Jumps that safely, couple of lengths ahead, all over it okay. King of Realms, the green and yellow cap, holding 2nd position. The black and pink jacket of Samuel Jackson is alongside him. Just Your Type is next. Striped jacket, black and green with a red cap, and getting closer to him is Golden Sunrise with the yellow sleeves, up in now into 5th position. Uriak is 2 lengths behind him. And the big odds chance, Sustainable Star, continues to be the back marker, though would be about 10 lengths behind the others now, who are beginning the run down the back straight, where they have 4 fences to take this time, and the next one they jump, a plain fence, will be number 11. Equus Secretus continues to lead, although the second runner, King of Realms, a lot closer now, only about a length at most behind in 2nd place. On the right there is Just Your Type with the red cap. Samuel Jackson right in behind those, continuing to make progress is Golden Sunrise towards the left in the yellow. Uriak is alongside but is being ridden along as they come up then to now fence number 11. Equus Secretus only just in front to King of Realms, and then Just Your Type and Samuel Jackson, 2 lengths behind those to Golden Sunrise and then Uriak as they've now completed a circuit. They've got 7 more to jump. Here's fence number 12 coming up. Running on towards it, Equus Secretus got it wrong. King of Realms didn't jump it too well either. Samuel Jackson is 2 lengths off them in 3rd as they move to 13, which is an open ditch, and in behind those is Just Your Type. Equus Secretus asked for a big leap, didn't really get it, but managed to get over it ahead of the others. King of Realms in 2nd, and then Just Your Type and Samuel Jackson as they take the last in the back straight. Behind the leading quartet is Golden Sunrise. Uriak is next. Around the bottom turn, there'll be 4 of them closely matched. They are the red, white and blue of Equus Secretus, the red and black jacket, green and yellow cap of King of Realms, the plain red cap round the outside of Just Your Type, and in black and pink, Samuel Jackson is right in with us as well. It's only about a length and a half separating that quartet. They are clear from Golden Sunrise, who's labouring a little bit at this stage in 5th place as Equus Secretus weakens. Here's Just Your Type to take on King of Realms as they level up with 4 plain fences to jump. Samuel Jackson's 5 lengths behind him, and behind him comes Equus Secretus and still Golden Sunrise in 5th. 4 to jump. On the right, Just Your Type. On the left, King of Realms. They were together. 3rd last coming up. Samuel Jackson under pressure behind him in 3rd. And now Just Your Type has moved into a 2-length lead. Goes on the King of Realms in 2nd. This is the 2nd last. Just Your Type comes towards it and goes. Just Your Type has fallen, number 6, when in the lead. It leaves King of Realms leading to in 2nd place Samuel Jackson, and don't rule out Golden Sunrise. Coming towards the final fence now. King of Realms is weary in front. On the right, Golden Sunrise. On the left is Samuel Jackson, and Samuel Jackson led at the last. Oriak a mistake in 4th. It's Samuel Jackson and Mihal Nolan in front to King of Realms in 2nd place. Tied horses here, but Samuel Jackson is the winner. King of Realms in 2nd, in 3rd position Golden Sunrise, and Oriak was closing, but it was only 4th.
Well,
Right then, okay. Let's read the 340 air. We've got Chocolate Noir on a weak win. Emma Beek is a gold each way gamble. Falkenberg weak. Like I say, we're not really interested in the weak ones. But they are always posing a danger, and quite a few can win at decent prices on certain days. So they're never fully out of it, but I do have to record them because they do pose a threat. I'm just going through this market now. No Mac is weak as well. A lot of these weak ones as well. When I get opening shows, I can. The reason I put them down to record, I don't have much time on an opening show, so I have to work fast. So I can quickly look at these, see if they got any stronger signal. So satisfied as strong each way. Cavalry Scouts is a gold each way gamble as well. It's quite an open race. Deer is weak. The thing that takes the most time up, and we are switching to full-time radio soon, but I do have to get these recorded in black and white, is the horses' names. They're not particularly easy to type out. I have to get them right, or nearly right.
is the outside of Blue Rhythm, and then No Mac and Airdrie and Coisa Blanco going towards the first flight. A long run as the first of the 12 hurdles in this race. Bertilus and So Satisfied are the two at the back end of the field as they now straighten up to face that first hurdle on the back. So it is Vosta Sibilla the inside of Mashed Potato, and 7 Balls of Fire. Those three are a couple of lengths in front of Choc Lanois, a few lengths to Cavalry Scout, and then West End Theatre, Emma Biog, and No Mac Border, Victor Blue Rhythm, Airdrie, Valkenburg and Coisa Blanco, So Satisfied, Bertilus and Marley Massey, the back marker. Choc Lanois landed a bit flat at that first hurdle. So they're heading towards the second, and it is Vosta Sibilla, Mashed Potato, and 7 Balls of Fire. Choc Lanois, Blue and White Silks to the outside. Wider that one is Emma Biog as they jump the next. In behind the leading few, No Mac, Cavalry Scout, West End Theatre, Airdrie. Valkenburg is racing fairly wide in the purple and green. Border Victor is in midfield, brown and yellow check colours. Blue Rhythm no better than midfield. Coisa Blanco, So Satisfied and Bertilus follow, and Marley Massey is the back marker. Valkenburg just backing off that flight there in mid-div to the outside. So it's Mashed Potato, 7 Balls of Fire, and Choc Lanois. Those three have moved on by just over a length of Vosta Sibilla, who's on the inside of Emma Biog. Gap then of a couple of lengths to Cavalry Scout, then Airdrie, No Mac, Blue Rhythm, and Valkenburg is 4 wide, Border Victor 3 wide. Another couple of lengths to West End Theatre, who's back a few places now. Then Coisa Blanco, So Satisfied, Bertilus and Marley Massey are disputing last, and the leaders turn in. So they're heading towards hurdle number 4, Mashed Potato and 7 Balls of Fire. Those two together, they're just in front of Choc Lanois. Airdrie and Emma Biog are on the premises as they jump the first in the straight. No Mac to the inside. Spot the red cap for that one. Are heading now towards the next flight of hurdles. So as they come to it, it's 7 Balls of Fire, Mashed Potato and Choc Lanois. And Choc Lanois has now jumped to the front. So Choc Lanois in search of a first win over jumps. 7 Balls of Fire, Mashed Potato, Vosta Sibilla neck, then Emma Biog and Airdrie. No Mac, Blue Rhythm, Cavalry Scout, Border Victor, Valkenburg. So Satisfied is a little worse than midfield with Coisa Blanco. West End Theatre's got 2 behind. They are Bertilus and Marley Massey, and they've got a lap to go. 6 hurdles left to jump, and it is Choc Lanois who leads for Danny Cook, and leads by almost 2 lengths going to the turn. Mashed Potato, yellow and purple silks to the inside running rail. 7 Balls of Fire there, just being cajoled a little bit to the outside. Emma Biog is wide of that one. Going into the turn, behind the leaders is Cavalry Scout, then Airdrie with Vosta Sibilla still on the premises. Blue Rhythm is back in mid-division, green and white jacket. Border Victor midfield, and then So Satisfied, Coisa Blanco, West End Theatre, Bertilus, and last of all is Marley Massey. So it's Choc Lanois into the back with a lead of just over a length. 7 Balls of Fire is running prominently, but it's pushed along. Mashed Potato still there to the inside of Emma Biog, who's been to give the Brook family a double. Just behind the leading bunch is Airdrie with Cavalry Scout for company. Then Vosta Sibilla, Blue Rhythm, Valkenburg and No Mac. Border Victor's just behind the leading bunch as they jump that flight of hurdles. Vosta Sibilla a little sluggish in the jumping department. A reminder there for Valkenburg. They are very well bunched, however, as they go now towards the next flight of hurdles, which is 5 from home. So coming to it, and the leaders change. Choc Lanois lost the lead very quickly, and now it is Emma Biog to the outside of Blue Rhythm. Mashed Potato still prominent. Valkenburg has been there, then goes back, runs in snatches. Cavalry Scout being pushed along. No Mac is next, and then 7 Balls of Fire is still just about there, but pushed along. Airdrie is closing in on the leaders as they jump the final hurdle over on the far side. Race now taking shape with a lot of jockeys flexing their muscles muscles. Emma Biog and Henry Brook in front. He's one jockey not flexing his muscles at the moment. Leads by about a length to Blue Rhythm in second spot. Cavalry Scout to the outside making an effort. Valkenburg in fourth. Just behind the leaders comes Airdrie. Border Victor's passing runners. Border Victor followed by So Satisfied in the pink and grey jacket with work to do. Mashed Potatoes backpedaled. Boaster Civil is next. No Mac and Chocolat Noir are backed out of the race as well. 3 furlongs to go. It's Emma Biog in front by 3 parts of a length. Valkenburg now a close second. Cavalry Scout third. Airdrie 4. Blue Rhythm there 5. Border Victor blunders when making an effort to the inside. So Satisfied is trying to stay on with work to do. Then Boaster Civil, who's followed by Chocolat Noir. But Emma Biog is in front of the second last. And a little loose on the lead as well. Emma Biog getting away. Emma Biog scampers about 4 or 5 clear of Airdrie, Valkenburg and Cavalry Scout. Then Border Victor with work to do. So Satisfied. Emma Biog now spying the final hurdle and jumps it really quickly. It's Emma Biog on the flat from Airdrie in second place. And then back in third spot is Valkenburg, who's running snatches. But this is Emma Biog for the Brook family. A happy Sunday for them. Julie Brook and Henry Brook goes on to win for the second time today. The family. Emma Biog the winner. Tight places. Airdrie and Valkenburg. Then Cavalry Scout and Border Victor.
So that's why. Emma Biog.
So I did fail to recognise that that was one of the fixers. Now, with it being a fix and a gold each way, Emma Biag, I'd already typed it out, as you can see there. Somehow turned my mic off when it should have been on. So on this line here, fixers, Coisa Blanco, Vosta Civola, I did actually miss out Emma Biag as one of the fixers. It escaped my eye, obviously, but in the market it did signal as a gold each way gamble, and also the other gold each way gamble was Cavalry Scout, which got third. So again, well ahead on gold gambles today. The reverse gambles aren't coming in today as usual on a Sunday. They're reserved for other days, simply because not a lot of handicap races qualifying for those reverse gambles today, but I do have to sort of jot them down here on this line. But these were all the known triers in the race, so but these were the main ones. These are the bets that we go for, the gold gambles. So that's gamble landed, and we got the money back on Cavalry Scout, or maybe made a profit, I don't know, can't remember the prices. So I'm going to read this next one here. 350 at Thurles. I've got a minute left. I've got a strong win on the favourite, a strong each way on Gwen Sully Burbus. Max Legend a weak each way, and Chosen Dream and Myron's on the reverse gambles, but again it's not that kind of race, so it's a hunter's chase. So the favourite should take this, and the rest and the next should be each forecast money. So strong each way Gwen Sully Burbus should be following home the favourite. Might turn the favourite over. It is quite strong each way, this one. And then third best is obviously then Max Legend should pick it up if any of these two fail.
Point to points, particularly though between the flags, point to points, one of the top amateurs together with Jamie Codd, and I think he'll give his mount, as usual, a very good ride indeed. So Derek O'Connor's mount could well chase home the favourite, but I'm with the favourite. I think it'd be very hard to beat.
Closest market rival, Gwen Sully Burbus, who was second in a point-to-point win last thing.
Yeah, and has good rules form before that, actually. He's probably, if you go on sort of previous rules form, he'd be the second best of these.
Open racing, Mr. Roman.
White flag raised, they're off. in the Arctic Tax Stud Hunters Chase over the extended 2 miles and 7 furlongs, and again racing the far side of the omitted first fence out of commission as they make the bend, taking them across to the straight. Gwyn City Burbas is the leader, being followed by Sam and Tom. A break of 4 lengths or so to Cello Conti on the outside of Sidetracked as they set their sights on the first of 12 fences. Gwyn City Burbas over in front of Sam and Tom, Sidetracked, and gone at the first Max Legend. Max Legend, a faller at fence number 1 as they continue down into number 2, and sitting up is Own Man, and the leader is Gwyn City Burbas at fence number 2 from Sam and Tom. The pair are clear of Sidetracked, Uccello Conti, Chosen Dream, and then Blue Templar. Back marker is Myrons as they come past the winning post, 2 circuits in front of them, and 10 fences left to be jumped as Owen Mahan walks away now, albeit with some help. As the leader, going round the bend, Gwyn City Burbas and Anya O'Connor with Sam and Tom and Susie Doyle in second, about 4 lengths back. And Sam and Tom in turn is 7 to 8 lengths in front of Sidetracked and Raymond Barron, who's been followed by Uccello Conti and Barry O'Neill. And Chosen Dream tracking that pair under Derek O'Connor with the final couple, Blue Templar, Calvin Nugent, and bringing up the rear is Myrons and Evan Dwan. Away from that third fence they go as they continue to meet rising ground to the first ditch, and it's Gwyn City Burbas by 5 lengths to Sam and Tom. Uccello Conti on the outside of In Between Horses in the Stripes, Sidetracked, and then Chosen Dream being followed by Blue Templar and Myrons at the 5th. The fence taking them up to the top of the track. Gwyn City Burbas with Sam and Tom second. Little to choose then for third spot between Uccello Conti, the nose-banded runner on the outside of Sidetracked, and Chosen Dream, Blue Templar and Myrons. Little changes in the order, returning to their point of departure. A good run now before they reach the next fence, the first of the 2 in the straight, which is past the halfway stage. Gwyn City Burbas retains a 3-length advantage over Sam and Tom. Another 3 lengths back then to Sidetracked, who's racing in company with Uccello Conti, then Chosen Dream. The final couple are Blue Templar and Myrons. Turning in for the second time to the 2 fences that take them back in front of us, and then their final circuit, Gwyn City Burbas with Sam and Tom, Sidetracked, Uccello Conti to their outside, followed by Chosen Dream, and then comes Blue Templar and Myrons as they race downhill to the fence that'll be the last one next time. 6 more left to jump, and not as spaced out the field. Gwyn City Burbas by 2 lengths to Sam and Tom, then Sidetracked and Uccello Conti, Chosen Dream, Myrons and Blue Templar as they jump the fence below us. Last one in a circuit's time. Gwyn City Burbas and Anya O'Connor lead in the Arctic Tax Stud Hunters Chase. Second is Sam and Tom and Susie Doyle. Uccello Conti has moved into a definite third for Barry O'Neill. Fourth is Sidetracked and Raymond Barron, with Chosen Dream, Derek O'Connor on the outside of Myrons and Evan Dwan, who relegate to the back of the field Calvin Nugent and Blue Templar. A circuit to go, 5 more fences left to jump, and yet to be headed is Gwyn City Burbas with Sam and Tom holding on to second place, within third Uccello Conti, then Sidetracked, Chosen Dream, Myrons and Blue Templar as they race to their final mile, and the first of 3 fences up the far side. They've 5 to jump. Gwyn City Burbas by under 3 lengths to Sam and Tom. Third is Uccello Conti as Chosen Dream is trying to